getting high on my own gold throne. Never listen to criticism, I built my own. From the bottom, I've gotten myself in my own zone. Never stopping, I made it and no, I ain't gone home.
This is head coach Kelly Housewright of your Gate City Lady Blue Devils, and you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be and however you may be listening to us. Thank you for making us a part of this beautiful Wednesday evening. You're listening live to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio. I'm Joe Carter along with Chris Carr. Rob Ferguson is, again, finding rice pilaf somewhere out at the campus drive-in, we think. Anyway, we're coming to you live from Gate City's Middle School Gymnasium as Gate City basketball teams begin the Mountain 7 conference schedule as they host Lehigh today. We've got live coverage of both the girls and boys varsity games tonight. Here on the Premier Pharmacy pregame show, we'll have an in-depth look at the Gate City Lehigh matchup, talk about the keys to the game, go over the starting lineups, and get you ready for the girls' game. Then, immediately following their game, we'll shift gears and get you ready for the boys' game with the James River Advisors pregame show. So, we'll be back in just about a minute. Start our radio coverage. Again, you're listening to the home to the Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Every family's goodbye is different. So at Carter Trent Funeral Home, we're dedicated to providing you an exceptional level of personalized service to ensure your arrangements will be as unique as your loved one. From cremations to burials to life celebrations and more, we have the trusted experience to provide options that truly meet your needs. So with any questions you may have, give us a call today at 423-390-8762. Again, Carter Trent Funeral Homes, proudly serving the Tri-Cities for almost 100 years with locations in Kingsport, Church Hill, and Scott County.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
And we're back here live at Gate City's Middle School Gymnasium as our girls are out on the court right now, warming up. About 8 minutes until tip-off. Bringing in my man, the myth, the legend. You know him, you love him. He is Mr. Chris Carr. Chris, how are you tonight?
I'm great, Joe. It feels like it's been 2 weeks since we've been back together.
Yeah, it's been sad last Saturday night. Of course, we've had about 16 inches of snow over the last few days. And again, hope everybody that's listening to us tonight, hope your power, A, is back on, and B, everybody is safe.
Well, if the power's not on, they're probably not listening right now.
Good on cheap. Possibly. Of course,
I am Captain Obvious.
It could be. Maybe they have the phones. You never know. But anyway, so let's talk a little bit about the game. Get you ready for Gate City and Lehigh. Again, the girls come in at 4-0. They're taking on a Lehigh team at 2-2 officially, according to the statistics that they give us. Let's talk about the keys to the game. It's sort of something we've harped on. The first thing, Gate City must continue to develop that interior offense. Over their first 4 games, the Lady Devils have been the most efficient when Housewright and Folan have touched the ball as they run their offensive sets. Getting them involved has opened up shots from the outside. I think they'll look to continue again that tonight against the shorter Lehigh team.
Well, Joe, I was thinking driving over here, the season really begins tonight.
Yeah.
The games, the out-of-conference games, the out-of-state games, it really doesn't matter. What they do starting now is what people are going to remember, and I think it's time we get rolling.
Yep. So, second thing I think we need to work on, we've got to, and again, break a broken record, that we've got to increase our rebounding. Even though we've got those wins, Gate City did not hold a significant advantage on the boards, despite having a considerable height advantage. They again tonight have a height advantage across that front line. We've got to be able to dominate the boards if we're looking to go anywhere in the postseason.
Well, Joe, that's actually one of my keys to the game. We need to come out with the normal quick start that the girls have shown this year. Overall, Lehigh is averaging 50 points per game. Gate City's coming in at 66 points per game. If we can come up with our 19 points that we're averaging in the first quarter, that should bode well for the night. When I was doing a little bit of research, I could only find one common opponent so far this year. I know the year's young, but they also beat Rye Cove back last week at 57-45. So they are capable of putting some points on the board. We're going to have to play some defense tonight.
Pretty good Lehigh team, pretty young as well. So, again, they've come in with nothing to lose. They're picked at the bottom of the conference. You know, that leads into the third point of the night. The Lady Devils must play their game. They've got to take care of business. As it's been mentioned, Gate City sometimes got into the style of play of their opponents. That we've got to play our game. We can't be forced out of our comfort zone and start trying to do things that we don't do well, or that could lead to turnovers and, again, maybe a loss.
I know it's not quite time yet for the way that you normally outline our pregame, but my key of the game for tonight, Jaden Fullen. She didn't have her best game the last time. She's got to come out and play her kind of ball tonight, which I think she will. She looked really good in warm-ups, but she comes out, and if she plays really tough defense, she blocks her normal 3 or 4 shots a game that she does, I think she'll light up the scoreboard tonight, and that's what we need.
Fourth key, I believe also, we've got to continue to get contributions from some of our role players. Kate Pendleton stepped up big against Johnson County last week, and she helped to give the Lady Devils some offensive options outside of Sarah Thompson, and again, as you mentioned, Miss Fullen. The district schedule, again, begins tonight, and the teams are going to get tougher and tougher. We've got to be more balanced, so we've got to see some contributions from other players other than Thompson and Fullen.
Samantha Gerald's shown some flashes this year. If she comes off the bench strong, it could be a good night.
I think the last thing that we need to keep in mind, Lehigh is only 8 people strong. They only have 8 on their roster. We play with a lot more depth, and we've got to be able to jump on them quick. Again, this is a Lehigh team that we swept last year, and I believe just from the mentality that we need to go into it, jump on them quick, take care of business, and get things rolling. And again, let our bench players play, and again, wear down those generals.
Earlier this year, it seemed like the first several games, we kept saying Gate City did not need to run the ball, needed to slow it down. With Lee only having 8 girls, I'm kind of wondering if maybe we shouldn't come out with a little bit of a press. Well, maybe we could turn the tables on them, wear them down.
And we've got the ability. We can go 5 guards if we needed to. We can also go with our bigs as well, whatever the matchup we need. I think the matchup of the night that I'll be watching for, Kendall Quillen versus Cadence Quillen. Again, no relation from Lehigh. Cadence is a triple threat for them, again, in some of their wins. She helps lead them in scoring, assists, and steals. I think it's going to be a good guard matchup. If we can control her and, again, knock her off sort of her game, not allow Lehigh to get into their offensive sets, I think we've got a pretty good chance of being able to, again, turn them over and get into our transition game and, again, go ahead and get the win.
I'm still looking for Fullen to really come out strong tonight, and what would even be the icing on the cake, if Housewright steps in and plays her normal ball she's played this year, we should be able to dominate in the lane.
I think another thing that kind of just talked to a few of the girls and been thinking about this as well, we've got a huge matchup with preseason number 1 Wise Central on Friday night, just 2 nights from now. Lehigh picked to be at the bottom of the district. I don't want to, it's too early in the season. You can overlook somebody, but I hope that we're not thinking, okay, we just got to take care of business here so we can get on to the real business. That's the way you get beat, and especially here at home, the home opener of the district opener, at home. So I hope that our minds are right. Again, jump on them quick and take care of business.
Well, if they can come out the way they did against Rock Cove, for instance, put some points up on the board first quarter, resting the starters to get ready for Friday would definitely not be the worst thing in the world.
Yes, indeed. Again, like I said, I'd like to see some contributions from that bench. And again, as we get ready for the district schedule,
Joe, jump in and feed off that also. I just realized, besides Friday night, they're going to turn around Saturday afternoon and play again.
Right.
So, in an ideal world, maybe we can get the starters out and get some rest tonight. But they do have to come out and take care of business.
So we'll take a quick break, come back, get the starting lineups, get you ready. We're about a minute away from the tip-off here. You've been listening to the Premier Pharmacy pregame show here on the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Proudly representing Southwest Virginia in the House of Delegates for the last 24 years, Terry Kilgore continues to strive and work hard for others. Just like our Gate City Blue Devils proudly represents our school, our town, and community. Delegate Kilgore, a proud Gate City alumni himself wants to thank the residents of the 1st District for their trust and support over the years as he's continued to voice our needs and concerns in Richmond to make our region a tremendous place to live and work. And on behalf of Delegate Kilgore and his family and staff, they say, go Big Blue.
This is Kate Pendleton of the Gate City basketball and softball teams, and you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
When it comes to health, it's personal. This Health Minute brought to you by Premier Pharmacy. You were created from scratch, so why not your medicine?
The increase of Alzheimer's disease has captured the attention of many Americans. The aging process is challenging enough without the fear of declining cognitive function. The actual cause of Alzheimer's disease is still unknown, but there are factors that decrease the risk of developing the disease. Eating healthy foods, good physical and mental exercise, and some nutritional supplements have proven helpful in the support of brain health. Flaxseed oil, ginkgo biloba, and grapeseed extract are just supplements you can take to help. Your Premier Pharmacy pharmacists are especially trained to recommend nutritional options that will help to support your cognitive function and will not interact with other medications that you may be taking as well.
This Health Minute brought to you by Premier Pharmacy. 25 years of creating personalized medicine. 109 Jack White Drive, Kingsport. Find them on Facebook or stop by for a free consultation.
Whether you're headed out to the game or if you're just looking for something great to eat, stop by and see the outstanding folks at the Campus Drive-In on Kane Street in Gate City. Campus Drive-In supporting Gate City Athletics for over 60 years, and they have a tremendous selection of breakfast, lunch, and dinner items, and they're open 7 days a week. Also go in and ask about their new ice cream machine as well. So give them a call for call-in orders at 276-386-3702. Again, that's 276-386-3702.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
And we're back here ready for tip-off, bringing in Mr. Ferguson. He's been out and about finding Rice Pilaf, getting lineups. Mr. Rob, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great. It's going to be a great night for basketball. And I know everybody's got a huge crowd here for Tuesday night.
Here we go now.
So go ahead and start with the starting lineups for the Lady Generals tonight. Starting at guard, number 10, Caitlin Brown. Also starting at guard, number 11, Philly Corlino. Number 12, Shelby Fannin. At the two forwards, it's going to be number 20, Candace Quillen and Braylee Cox. They start two sophomores and 3 juniors tonight. And now as the lights go down, the strobe lights come up. About time to introduce the starting lineups for your Lady Gate City Blue Devils. Starting at guard, number 5, Kendall Quillen. Starting at forward, number 14, Kate Pendleton. Starting at strong forward, number 20, Caden Pullen. Starting at wing, number 23, Sarah Thompson. And starting at the other guard, Mara Mullins. Head coach of the Lady Blue Devils is Ms. Kelly Housewright. Same starting lineup she's had all year, Joe. But you don't change something that's working.
Being 4-0, again, of course that counts the Rye Cove VHSL benefit game, but again, those 3 non-conference wins against Tennessee schools. Again, as you take a look at the Lady Generals out there, again, nobody over 6 foot that starts for them. We've got the advantage along that front line, as Chris mentioned in the pregame. Will Jaden, Will Riley, will everybody down low be able to take advantage of the height advantage as we move forward. Again, getting ready for tip-off.